Right, this is pre-calculus, a few pointers on your alternate assessment for the first marking period. And this is an approximation for pi. It's an infinite series where if you add up all of the terms of this series, you get closer and closer to pi. And so the first part of your project is to add up 100 different terms, and then you're asked to answer some questions. And so I'm going to guide you through a little bit about what does it look like when you add these up. First of all, let me just focus on the u sub n column here. This is neither arithmetic nor geometric. All right, here is my sequence. All right, you can definitely see a pattern. First of all, that the signs are alternating, negative, positive, negative, positive. Okay, so you're going to be subtracting a little, then adding a little, then subtracting a little, then adding a little, and it's going to get closer and closer and closer to pi. But these terms are not if you multiply something to get the next. It's just that the denominators are always odd numbers. Okay, so, and the denominators are getting bigger, which means the amount you're adding or subtracting is getting smaller. So in this column, I kind of started you out. I've got 4, because again, this 4 has to be distributed. So you were going to multiply that by whatever you get after you add together. So each term is going to be 4 over an odd denominator. So positive 4 over 1, negative 4 over 3. Positive 4 over 5, the next one's negative 4 over 7. Positive 4 over 9, negative 4 over 11. Positive 4 over 13, negative 4 over 15. So my recommendation is to do all of your u sub n column first. And I know some students have messed this up in previous years. Here's the 10th term, come up to here, that's the 11th through 20th term, okay? All right, now I'm going to get a calculator. All right, so this should be all done. The second column should all be done in one sitting. All right, so you're going to have to find some time where you've got access to a calculator for long enough to do it all the way to the end, because there's so many decimals that this has to be stored in the memory. All right, so if I start with 4, okay, and I'm going to add to that, let me turn the calculator on. All right, I start with 4, and I add to that, or negative 4/3. I get my 2.6, and I'm asking you to round that to the 100th place. Now I'm going to keep that in memory and then add to that positive 4/5. And rounding to the nearest 100th, that's 3.47. The next one is subtract 4/7. Rounding to the nearest 100, 2.89, the next digit's a 5, so I'm going to round that up to 2.90. Okay, and then I'm going to add 4/9, 3.34. What you cannot do is truncate this, come back later, and start at 3.34. All of these digits that follow it are important. So if you get sidetracked, or if you have to start again, you have to start again for the beginning, or else your final answer will not be correct. All right, then I'm going to subtract 4/11, 2.98. And I'm going to add 4/13, 3.28, and I'm going to subtract 4/15, 3.02. Okay, so let's take a look at what's happening. I started with 4, I got smaller, I got bigger, I got smaller, I got bigger, I got smaller, I got bigger, I got smaller. Okay, but the idea is that the more we continue this, the closer we will get to pi, and your analyzation on the back page is where you're going to answer some questions about what you noticed happening while you're doing this. The table is worth 70 points, and then some of the questions on the back are worth another 30. All right, that's it. Good luck.